Wednesday discussion. Women who use their voice to control a neighbor in a room next door who's attracted to women and not gender neutral now. A similar tactic a man uses to dominate another male human. To abuse and mostly limit and restrict. They have more sex, they have power, and plenty of stimulation. And similarly, a woman has safety and security for information she provides to anyone who visits her in her home who wants to know why she doesn't feel similar to a queen on a throne, a princess with a wand who can wave a magic device and cast a spell and cause tiredness now. There's an underlying problem with both examples. Hormones with a male who wants sex and blowjobs and pussy, vagina, and drugs, and booze, and tobacco now. And a woman who wants synchronization, observation, and behavior to meet her standards. For how she lives her life now. A gangster thug, a feminist, a witch, and mysterious king now. Usually noises are caused by people solving problems and making decisions to have positive emotions. Less hunger and suffering. And in this description example now, there's humans who are telling other humans to stay out of their way while they watch a wall and stare at consciousness, trying to solve and figure out and explain their hallucinations to have more friends and more social benefits and more rewards for their hard work. Burning incense and playing music. And bullying. Now. And as long as they fit what's described nowadays as racism, feminism, intelligence and genius, vitality, and beauty. They're free to be a terrorist during a coronavirus pandemic. And they themselves decide time, sleep, and energy not vomited back up from hearing some whisper, a voice, a touch on a wall, and mostly a knock, 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 knock. for visitors to enjoy themselves in a fairy tale psychology and psychiatry now. I remember in jail, mostly men who were most feared were those who sniffed their pills instead of swallowing them from the prescription cart with the medicines they took as what they described to a doctor as a needed remedy for their problem, and would buy moon pies and weigh 200s of pounds, and anyone else would have to give part of their meal to them to have a nice shower and a shit in a toilet they pissed all over now. And now, a fragile, tender, and sweet and caring human with a gender called neutral sets limits and restrictions for recording a video for graduate school application material now. Reading a book and not hearing bang, 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 boom. When their emotion from lack of sleep has a language, letter, sentence, noise, and sound, they need someone to help them with now. Eliminating a problem with their neighbor, they say, causes anarchy and violence and confusion and misdirection. Without explaining who's compassionate, who walks out and tells that fat man to stop bullying that woman, and who lets other men slam their door and then says to the man who says to those men, stop, get the fuck out of her house, leave, shut up, be quiet. And then has men over to add more voices and more whispers and more sound and more noise to a mystery. Everyone believes has to do with consciousness her mushrooms provide on her bag she carries in a world she visits occasionally now. Anybody who's ever sat with a baby or a child would have a hard and difficult moment of pause whenever mysteries rewarded with stimulation provided by bullies and violent anarchists and intelligent and genius and brilliant observers now. In other words, I'd rather build a rocket and go into outer space and never return now. To enjoy my consciousness, to enjoy my breath, a few last gasps now. There's no attention and awareness in this example I describe now. There's people who are addicted, who enjoy drugs, who use men and appreciate women for their strength and power and their beauty and simplicity now. And take a pride flag and a transgender flag and use those as objects for their process in their system of total and complete destruction now.